Imagine being the heir to the largest fortune in human history, only to decide that the price of that money is a soul you aren't willing to sell. For most people, a billion-dollar inheritance is the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card. But for Vivian Wilson, it was the jail itself. In a world where we're used to Nepo babies flaunting their proximity to power, Vivian has spent the last 72 hours reminding the internet that she is the rarest kind of celebrity child, the one who walked away from the gold mine because she couldn't stand the person holding the shovel. The factual reality of Vivian's situation is a stark departure from the yachts and mansions lifestyle people associate with the Musk name. Over the last few days, her previous statements about financial independence have resurfaced with a new, sharper context. Vivian has confirmed that she hasn't taken a dime from Elon Musk since she came out as transgender in 2020. She isn't living in a Bel Air estate. She's sharing an apartment with 3 roommates in Los Angeles because, in her own words, it's cheaper. While her mother, author Vivian Wilson, is wealthy in her own right, Vivian has been vocal about the fact that she is hustling for her own paycheck. She's currently enrolled in community college, studying languages, and working as a professional model, having recently signed with CAA and walked major runways at New York Fashion Week. The public reaction to this financial divorce has been a fascinating cultural Rorschach test. Viral clips of her father's interviews, specifically the one where he claimed she was killed by the woke mind virus, are being played alongside Vivian's calm, biting responses on Threads. The social media debate isn't just about family drama, it's about the definition of freedom. One side of the internet views her as a hero of self-determination, someone who chose her identity over an unimaginable amount of blood money. The other side, often aligned with Musk's anti-woke crusade, views her as a cautionary tale of family fragmentation. But the conversation has shifted recently, focusing on her monetary transaction theory. Vivian has argued that her upbringing was less like a childhood and more like being a purchased commodity, leading to a massive debate about the ethics of designer families and the pressure of billionaire legacies. This situation escalated because it's no longer a private family feud. It is a battle for the narrative of the Musk legacy. Vivian doesn't use X, the platform her father owns. She has branded herself the Threads Queen, specifically using Mark Zuckerberg's rival platform to issue her most scathing critiques. This isn't just a daughter being rebellious. It's a strategic move to dismantle her father's influence from the outside. By declaring herself financially independent, she removes the one lever of control he has left. It changes the power dynamic from disobedient child to independent adult with a conflicting worldview. What this says about our current influencer culture is that authenticity is now more valuable than access. We are seeing a generation of celebrity children who are realizing that being a brand extension of their parents is a dead end. For Vivian, her reputation isn't built on her father's rockets or electric cars. It's built on her rejection of them. It's a complete reversal of the traditional celebrity kid playbook. Usually, you use the last name to get in the door. Vivian changed her last name to Wilson just to make sure the door stayed shut behind her. This affects her reputation in a way that makes her a powerful, if reluctant, advocate. By choosing to live with roommates and study in Japan on her own terms, she has gained a level of credibility that money can't buy. When she speaks about wealth inequality or trans rights, she isn't doing it from an ivory tower. She's doing it as someone who is actually navigating the real world that her father often critiques from behind a security detail. However, we need to separate the confirmed details from the online theories that tend to cloud the story. It is a confirmed fact that Vivian legally changed her name and severed ties with her father at 18. It is a confirmed fact that she is working as a model and studying independently. But the online theories about a secret inheritance or her mother bankrolling her entire lifestyle are currently unsupported by the evidence. Vivian has been transparent about her budget, even admitting she doesn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars lying around. While she is certainly more fortunate than the average 21-year-old, the unimaginable wealth of the Musk empire is officially off limits to her. The pacing of the story has been dynamic, moving from the dramatic, dead-naming interviews her father gave in 2024 to a much slower, more intentional phase of her life in 2026. She seems less interested in clapping back and more interested in building a life that doesn't require a hashtag to exist. She's focusing on her modeling career and her language studies, treating her activism as a byproduct of her existence rather than her primary job. This leads us to a bigger industry question. Is this the end of the billionaire dynasty? For decades, we've assumed that the children of the tech elite would simply inherit the world and continue the mission. But if the eldest daughter of the world's wealthiest man is willing to live with roommates just to avoid being associated with him, what does that say about the future of these empires? We might be seeing the first major crack in the idea that wealth can buy a family's loyalty. The unresolved tension here is the silence from the other side. Elon Musk has fathered at least 14 children, and the true number is rumored to be higher. As more of them reach adulthood, the world is waiting to see if they follow Vivian's lead or stick to the advertised product their father envisioned. The upcoming response possibility isn't likely to come in a press release, but in a Threads post from the next Musk child to turn 18. For now, Vivian Wilson remains a unique figure in the digital age, a woman who realized that being the daughter of Elon Musk was a full-time job she didn't want, and one she was happy to quit for a life of her own. The future impact of her choice could redefine how we view the ultra-rich family unit. Whether she stays in Japan or returns to the LA runway, she's already proven that some things are simply not for sale. And in 2026, that might be the most disruptive thing a Musk has ever done.